All right, we're gonna start this. We're gonna get the starter kit started tonight. Um, Either you did or you didn't see the first video, the intro video, on kind of sort of why I'm doing this, what this is for, what you're expected to see. That's fine. Um, you should be able to jump in anyway, and you don't have to watch this playlist or series in any specific order whatsoever. Um, First, we're gonna jump into, and this is what was so difficult because it's like do I go with my own personal favorite? Do I go with um, something that's just really, really, really popular in general? And I sat and I truly realized, like, I feel like there's some psychology to it. Um, there's a reason, like I said in the first intro video, there's a reason why some people are scared to get into anime, or some people just don't watch anime because you have this general uh, belief, the societal beliefs and views um, that. And sorry about this. I'm checking my phone real quick. That certain people think a certain way, and feel a certain way about certain things. So, sadly, you have people who are very outward and open with watching anime, and they show that they're clearly fans of anime and things like that. And they sadly they may get judged in a certain way. Like, in your mind, you might judge that person, which is pretty messed up. Because why are you judging them? Well, uh, you may say, "Oh, that person's different. That person's weird." You don't know that person at all, so there's some psychology that goes to it. Um, I'm gonna stay away from putting certain shows. I may specifically, I may eventually specifically get to certain shows where I'm like, I'm gonna recommend this, that you should watch this, as a starter series or something like that. I wanna keep this playlist of recommendations. I wanna keep it to videos, not videos. I wanna keep it to shows. I wanna keep it to recommendations of shows that are, at least they can be the traditional, 12 episodes, 24, between 12 and 24. So if it's a series that only has one season, that's what you're going to get. If it's a series that has, two seasons, 24 episodes or so, 24, 25 episodes, that's fine. I'm not going to be recommending stuff like watch Bleach or watch One Piece or watch anything like that, because those are the type of series where realistically it would be impossible to truly catch up on them, and that kind of takes away from it, because I feel like that's what it is. A lot of people make these bad recommendations. Not that the show is bad, but they make these bad recommendations, like, oh, watch this, and it's like 200 episodes, and it's like it's weird. Us as humans, we can sit and watch every episode of The Office. We can literally sit down and binge watch The Office. But like I said, you can get burnt out on anime. You really can. You can get burnt out. So trying to put somebody who's essentially new to anime and have them watch a series that may still be ongoing, and you recommend them to start that from the beginning, that's overwhelming. So I'm gonna stay away from series like that. Um, I do want to at least have one or two series that are that long that I recommend, but that'll be in a later video. I can tell you right now, that series is going to be Hunter. It's going to be Hunter x Hunter. That's what it's going to be, because it's a series that's long, but it's not long to the point where you can't finish it. You don't have to straight binge watch it. And the best part about it, this is another important thing when it comes to anime. This is the good reason why this is the first episode. And I'm saying you probably should watch this before you dive into the rest of this playlist over time. This is gonna have a couple things I missed out on throwing in that first episode. For somebody who doesn't watch anime, you gotta remember, they have these pre-thought, these preconceived thoughts about anime. You know, oh, is that the stuff? Is that are those the cartoons that are in Japanese and they have the subtitles and everything? And that makes some of my recommendations perfect for certain things because true anime fans, you're generally typically gonna pick the subtitled version. You're not gonna want to watch the dub version. You're gonna watch the subtitle version. There are a few. There's a few anime that have decent dubbed versions, and it's way easier to get a friend or get somebody into anime by watching the dubbed version first. For most of us, when I started watching anime, I was watching Cowboy Bebop in English. When I really think about it, I've never watched the sub version of Cowboy Bebop. I've never actually watched it. So I don't know how Spike sounds in a traditional Japanese voice. You know, I don't know how Spike sounds. Spike sounds in Japanese. I only know the English version. You know, so that's another key to this. I'm not gonna. There's not a lot of shows. I'm gonna try to. Just about every anime, there is clearly a sub version of it. I'm gonna try to recommend as many shows that also have dubbed versions, just because. And this is why I was saying Hunter. Hunter will be the one true long series I might recommend, because if somebody were to watch this video today or within the next month, they could jump into the dubbed version of Hunter and not feel like they're super far behind. That's the greatest thing about it. Hunter came out in 2011, and it had plenty of seasons, plenty of episodes. Like, it's an amazing cartoon. It's an amazing cartoon. It's an amazing anime. It's an amazing show. But it wasn't until, I want to say, last year, 2016, maybe even 2015, but most likely 2016, I believe, I'm pretty sure, is when they finally started doing the dubbed version of Hunter. So now we get the English voice acted episodes of Hunter x Hunter every Saturday on Toonami. If I was recommending that to somebody and I was like, oh, you know, this show's only about 30 something episodes into the dubbed version right now, so you can knock those out on your own time, and then once you get caught up, just turn on Toonami every Saturday. You don't really have to watch Toonami at all. I mean, the new episode's gonna drop every Saturday. That's the one thing about anime that you also need to know when you're getting into anime. Anime just doesn't just drop every episode. Like, they still come out, just like how our favorite shows, How to Get Away with Murder, things like that. You know, we have to wait every Thursday for it to come out. Same thing with anime. You know, either your show comes out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they'll come out every week. So you're waiting every week for that episode to drop. But here's into the first recommendation. And like I said, I didn't want to get something that was too overly popular. Something that even the most seasoned veteran otaku, weeb, anime fan, you know, even the most seasoned anime fan has watched. And I wanted to go into Your Line April. This seems like the weirdest recommendation to start anybody off with. But the reason I want to start it like this is because I want to go in the different genres, the different types of anime. And we're going to do this, each video is going to be something different until we cover most of the bases of anime, essentially. And then from that on, I'm going to just start rattling off recommendations and making videos. But let's start with Your Line April. Your Line April is a slice of life anime. Now, you're new. What the hell is slice of life? I mean, you literally take it as what it sounds, slice of life. I don't think I've ever heard slice of life or ever had to say slice of life with anything else show-wise. Like, I feel like I only say it or hear it when it has to do with anime. But I'm pretty sure slice of life can even be used with regular TV shows, because it's just telling you the type of show it is, I guess. So when it comes to anime, your slice of life animes are shows that aren't action packed. They aren't sci-fi. They aren't demonic. They aren't gory. They're not ichi. It's none of that. Slice of life literally is a genre, I guess you can say, of anime that essentially is as close to real life as possible. So it's very realistic, human wise. Um, I don't even know if they have any fantasy slice of life shows. Like when I say fantasy, I mean like witches and dragon. Like I think slice of life literally is as human as closely related to real life as possible. That's why it's called slice of life. And they're centered around topics. And then they're centered around certain things that happen in real life. So they're very relatable. That's why it's slice of life. Some of them are very easygoing. Like they may not have any specific specific story they're trying to tell. They might just be like everyday life. So like it's literally slice of life. It's like, life is being recreated in this anime form. With Your Lie in April, it also has another genre or theme, I guess you would say, is music. So with anime, you get a lot of anime that are music based. A lot of the music based anime generally tend to be slice of life type of anime. Seeing that, playing an instrument and things like that can be related back to real, regular life. Um, so Your Lie in April, pretty much these videos, I'm gonna try to give a general synopsis. I could just do just go find a general synopsis and read it off. But I want to give it to you without, spoiling it for you. Um, Essentially, you're watching an anime about a young man. I want to say, yeah, he's definitely in high school. No, he's in junior high. Because I don't think he was in high school yet. So I think he was in junior high. I watched Your Lie in April a little while ago, around when it first came out. So it's not fresh. That's the other thing with these videos. I might just make them spur of the moment. So some of my facts may not be 100% because I'm going based off memory. Like the odds of me recommending you a show that I just watched yesterday is low. I don't want to do that to you. I want to go with something that's proven for sure you're going to watch it. And because I watched it completely, basically. Um, I want to say he was in junior high, maybe already in high school, but he's young. He's young. Um, Essentially, he had to deal with the death of a loved one. Um, this loved one also is the person who pushed him into being a pianist. Um, and essentially, he's more than just a pianist. He's essentially a musical prodigy. He's not just okay or great. He's next level at playing the piano, essentially. From a very young age, he was just doing these amazing things when it came to playing the piano. Um, a lot of slice of life shows, there tends to be a love interest, so keep that in mind. Um, but I wouldn't say this necessarily has to be a romance because it's kind of sort of it's a love story in a sense, but it's not necessarily that, oh, this person is making out with this person or this person ends up with this person. It's not really that, but on the screen you're watching it and you can tell that clearly this person has feelings for this person, so you get that element as well. um, but yeah, you have this our main character, young man, musical prodigy, but he's somewhat, I don't want to say lost his touch, but he kind of, I don't even want to say he fell out of love with music, but in a sense he kind of did. He's somewhat cracking under pressure, and because all these different things are happening, and somebody enters his life that rekindles and brings the best out of him. So I'm gonna stop it right there because I'm not gonna say much more. You're just gonna have to go watch it. I don't want to ruin this for anybody. Um, Your Lie in April. I'm always gonna try to post a link. That's another thing. I'm gonna try to post a direct link to these videos. Um, and I'm gonna tell you where you can find it. Your Lie in April, I want to say, is on Netflix for sure. It's on Netflix, and this is what you need to know. Usually, anime is pretty decent. It's pretty good. It's well received. If anime, I mean, if Netflix decides that they want to put the entire season up, it's not like it's a Netflix original series. No, Netflix literally, I guess they have the rights. They went and got the rights to the show, and they have the entire series up on Netflix. So it's there. That just says something about it. And that's another thing. I won't say that every series that Netflix puts up is a certified banger or something like that. No, that's not true. But that's just, I may put a couple shows, a couple more shows that you can actually see on Netflix right now. Now, it's not for sure that it's going to be on Netflix forever, but I guess that's a general way of looking at it. Like I said, anime over time, in 2017, in 2016, 2017, we can say that anime has reached a point where it's a lot more widely accepted. Because like I said, you have your Netflix, and Netflix is essentially the go-to for watching any and everything. If you're not on Netflix, you're on Hulu, but usually you're on Netflix. And for Netflix, I feel like they're very somewhat specific with the anime that they decide to, put up. Like I said, they have a lot of different anime, so it's not like this is some super exclusive, super amazing only list of anime, because they have stuff on there I've never seen that I might still never watch. But I feel like when Netflix goes and gets certain anime, they get the rights to it and to put it up because they know the views. They know that the show was very popular. They know the buzz that was around this show, so they went and got it. So, they're getting that traffic to come watch it. And even then, you may be watching something, you might get a recommendation that says, you might like Your Lie in April. So you sit there, you watch it. Next thing you know, you just watch the whole anime series. So, besides those key things I just hit on with the show itself, it's visually it's visually something beautiful to watch. It's appealing to the eyes. The colors, the sounds, you see these different visuals, and that's one of the biggest things of anime. You have so much different anime that comes out, so many different styles of drawing. There's so many different ways to create anime. So you get a lot of shows that the storyline itself may be like, I don't know what the hell the story is, but it's so pleasing to watch. It's like literally just art. You're literally watching art. It's you watch somebody who just painstakingly created this show, the visuals, the graphics, the effects, things like that. So this is one of the shows where it's like, it's around, it's about music, but it's more than just the music. It's like they were able to make a visual representation of the music, and that's one of the beautiful things about this show. So that's my first recommendation. I feel like it's a strong recommendation, even though that's like, out of all the things I could have recommended first, why that? I guess generally because it's an easy way to segue into it. I'm probably gonna make another video very soon, just due to the simple fact that some people watching anime, you're not gonna want to watch a slice of life show. You want the action, you want the thriller, you want this, that, and the other. So that'll be up very soon. Peace.